Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Today we're going to be talking about Click. It was formerly called Click Dimensions. Today we're going to be covering how you can review AI-powered templates within Click, how you can do different lead scoring models, how you can do campaign automation, and then UTM tracking. Click is an installed solution directly inside Dynamics 365. And we'll be giving really a feature tour of those specific features today. If you'd like a custom demo or to be able to see the full product, please feel free to reach out to myself or your account manager after the call today. A lot of you on the call today already know me. My name is Jackie Brainer. I am the Chief Marketing Officer for Top Line Results. I've been here for over 16 years. I lead our different digital marketing consulting, so how you integrate your CRM database with your digital marketing tool. I specialize in email marketing integration, lead scoring, texting, campaign tracking, all of that fun stuff, as well as lead scoring. I am a Microsoft certified professional as well as a Click Dimensions certified professional, and am a feature partner for Click Dimensions as well. So if you have any questions about any kind of digital marketing solution, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. We're here to help answer any of those questions. We work with quite a few different ones as well. So we're going to go ahead and log into Click Dimensions. And as I mentioned, this is a completely installed solution. So right inside of Dynamics 365, this tool is installed. You have a separate app called Click Dimensions. And what that gets you is access to be able to send out different email communications, automations, a marketing calendar, different email statistics, so those emails opens and clicks, text messaging integration, social media integration. It also has access to event integration with tools like GoToWebinar, Eventbrite, and so forth. And it also allows you to really get that closed loop and be able to do the lead scoring. So where we're going to start out with today is really with the template editor. So we're inside Dynamics and we're looking at creating a new email template. So we're going to go ahead and just name this marketing test. And be able to start to work with that. So we're going to come over here. You can see I have marketing with AI, and we can go ahead and see that information. So from here, we can go ahead and open up the designer. When we click on design, this is going to go ahead and open up that template editor. This is a new template editor where you can see some different options directly within it. We're going to be able to access some different information in here. You can see on the side, you can do your title drop-ins, your paragraph drop-ins, your list drop-ins, images, buttons, tables, different spacers, social, video. A new feature that they have available is the ability to do autoplay on video as well. So you have a lot of different options in here. Where we really can start to shine and use AI is when we drop in or start to change some of this content. So if we want to come in here and switch out our content and really talk about this webinar, we can actually write this with AI directly inside the template. So from here, if I want them to create a paragraph for us on our webinar, we can do that right in here. So I'm just going to copy over the text and ask AI to go ahead and write me an intro, write me an invite for the below event. And we can go ahead and have that generate that content. And you can see here it pulls out the different details about that event and pulls that into a simple paragraph. We can then even ask it to regenerate it. So if we want it to have a different tone, we can actually change that tone. So we can say, make it have a fun tone. So for all of you that are kind of familiar with ChatGPT, it's really bringing in that ability to use ChatGPT directly in the editor to try to switch that up. And what AI thinks is fun is some icons and some exclamation points. So you can start to really play with it, see how it changes what we had above where it was very direct. It's pulling in some different descriptions, letting us have it in a different format. If you still don't like this format and you want it to be more concise, you can also ask it to be more concise. Be more concise. And it will start to generate and allow you to switch that out. So you can really start to build out that content directly in here. And when you're ready, you can click on apply. Once you click on apply, it's bringing that content directly into the email template. So you're not having to go into ChatGPT or another AI tool and write that content, try to copy and paste and move that around. You can have it directly in the editor, so you can bring it directly in that template and make changes as you work with it. You also can work on even the email, the different headings within that email. So if you wanted to switch this out, you can click on Write with AI, create a new heading for a Click webinar based on this data. So you can really start to build that out and play with it and have that. Once you're ready, you can again click apply. It's going to keep that formatting and bring that directly inside of that template. So you're no longer having to switch between different tools. You have everything available right in there. You could also then switch out your call to action. So we can ask it as well, please write a CTA for this event. So you can start to have these different prompts, have these different options. If you don't like it, you can regenerate it and go ahead and apply that now. So everything's right in here, pulls it directly in. You don't have to, again, switch different programs. So it has a lot of the generative AI right inside of the tool for you to be able to play with that and have an easy way to send emails. So once you are happy with all of that, if you want to switch out your images, it's really easy to do. This is where you can change out your images. It goes right to your image library. You can switch everything in here. If you want to change your fonts, be able to switch anything in here, you can choose your font weights. You can choose what font style you would like. Very simple to use, similar to other editors as well. So you have a lot of different functionality right within this template to be able to create a simple email. We're going to go ahead and just click on save. Once you have that saved, you can preview the template from directly within that editor. You can see it not just for desktop or mobile. You also can switch to the dark mode preview, so you can start to see how that looks. If you have conditions, you can also have that show in the email template. So the email template editor also allows you to apply conditions, meaning if you just want to show one section of that template to people that purchased a particular product, you can just show that particular section of the template. So you have a lot of different options for how you could customize that as well. Besides that, you do have access to inbox preview. What inbox preview does is it allows you to view that template in a lot of different email editors. So if you want to see it in Outlook versus Gmail versus AOL, you can see that through inbox preview. So the new template editor is very slick, easy to use, and allows you to really incorporate AI without having to go between different products and streamlines your work. From there, we're going to go ahead and move into lead scoring models. So as we mentioned, Click allows you to really access a lot of different tools. So besides the email editor, you are going to have the ability, again, to do campaign automation, multiple touches, integrate your website, integrate website forms. There's a lot of different areas that you're touching. What that does is it allows you to start to build out a lead scoring model. So within Click, they updated to allow you to have a more advanced lead scoring model. So we're just going to go ahead and click on a new one just to show you what it looks like from the very beginning. So you would go ahead and create that record. We're going to go ahead and save it. And from here, this is where we can go ahead and design that lead scoring model. When you click on design, this is when you're going to be able to choose how you want to set up that lead scoring model. So you can choose to have it be for contacts and leads, or you can have it just be for contacts, or you can have it just be for leads. So a lot of our customers like to have separate lead scoring models because how you would score a contact is different than how you would score a lead. So leads having those interactions, just a slight interaction, you know they're going to interact potentially less with some of your information, you may want to have a higher score for them for example, email clicks or a web page visit. Versus your contacts who are more engaged, you may want to drop that scoring model a little bit. So it really allows you to kind of personalize that based on the relationship that you have. So we're going to just go ahead and select contacts. And from here, this is where you can start to add those rules. So you can choose it based on an email being opened, an email being clicked, a form being submitted, and so forth. So you can choose what you want for each of those point values. So if we're choosing email clicked, we can go ahead and select to increase that total score by 10 points. We can add a rule again for if that email is opened. And as we know, sometimes we get more opens than clicks. We may drop that to a lower value, like 2 points. The one feature that is really nice with our new lead scoring model is the ability to add a no activity rule. So if there's been no activity, meaning they haven't clicked on anything, they haven't visited any web pages, you can reset their score to 0 or to a lower score. Where this comes in handy is now your sales team is really looking at those people that are really engaged, and it's not old leads that were engaging with things before. So from here, we can set that total score to 0 or to 10 points, whatever value we want, and choose that date period. So let's say that they don't have any interaction within 60 days. We're going to go ahead and set that score to 0. So that allows you to really share those leads that are hot, also let them know what contacts are really engaging, and be able to create some different views based on that scoring model. So you have a lot of options in here. Once you click save and close, it will be activated and will update those different scores based on those values. So again, lead scoring is really easy to use, and you can really set up different values, different models based on how you want to interact and how you want to share that data. The next part I want to touch on is campaign automation. So campaign automation really allows you to build out different steps to be able to interact with those records. So this is the campaign automation tool, and it really allows you to build out those journeys. Click has made some advancements with how they're doing their automations. So the main automation changes that they made that really have set them apart is the ability to update a score based on where someone is in that automation. So after they complete so many steps, you can actually choose to update that score value. So you can really start to engage with people and start to score them differently based on really specific interactions. So if you want to score a specific email higher, or if you want to score a specific web page higher, you can actually do that straight in the automation builder. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in the scoring model, not only when you're setting it up straight up in the lead scoring model, but also in the automation builder. The automation builder, for those of you that are not as familiar with this, allows you to create those journeys based on different triggers. So from here, if we have someone that joined a specific marketing list, we can time base specific email sends based on how they interact with those email sends. We then can do further actions. We can also do that even with web page visits. So if they're tracked, and we can track them as a contact or a lead, if they hit a specific web page, we can even then wait that time period and send a communication. So a lot of you on the call today probably are like, hey, marketing's always listening to me. A lot of that is based on a lot of automation happening in the background when you're interacting with maybe a social post or a web page and you get those automated messages, whether it's a text or an email. That's really that automation looking for you, and when you're triggered, they go ahead and send that information in a time-bound way. So what you can see here is our different automation elements. So there's a lot of ways someone can come into an automation. It can be based on a form, a subscription, an email interaction, if they're registered for an event or attended an event, if they viewed a web page or clicked on a specific social media post. And again, we can even do off a score being reached. Click also introduced this year the ability to do it off of segments. So that's similar to doing like dynamic marketing lists, where you can say if they meet this criteria, then add them to this automation. So that is a big change as well, because previously you could only do that with static marketing lists. So being able to do it criteria based is available as well. The different actions you can do after they're added is very wide as well. Many of you already know email, task activity, but again, being able to update that score or send a text message is super useful. What differentiates Click is it also uses different activities within CRM. So if you need to assign an owner, notify a team, you can do that. Then the timers available is that wait timer where it is day specific, or if you're doing like an event or let's say a trade show where it's a specific date, you can do it off of a date timer. So you have a lot of different options with the automation builder. We have customers that have automations that go on for a whole year. We have customers that have automations that only last for a day or two. It really is what you expect. The other thing about automation is definitely to go back, check it, make sure it's working the way you expect, and have some reporting with it. So if you have any questions about automation or you want to look into this further, please feel free to reach out. The last feature that I want to touch on is UTM tracking. So UTM tracking is used by a lot of our customers when they are doing different ads. They want to be able to track that back. UTM tracking is now available on different form submissions. And you will see the UTM tracking here. This is in our demo database, so I don't have a live ad running with the demo database. But what you'll be able to see is the UTM source, the UTM medium, the UTM campaign, the UTM term, and the UTM content. To be able to pull this into CRM, you can use any of the out-of-the-box forms that you build within Click. It just has to be placed via widget. So you have to have the ability to place the form via widget for it to be able to pull in this data. So many people that have a WordPress site and so forth, you can place those forms via widget. You would be able to view this information easily. So that is another option. So if you want to be able to track back any of your advertising, we have some customers looking at that and creating some different dashboards so they can show where those form submissions are coming from. So today, what we covered was the ability to create AI-powered email templates, the new template editor, different lead scoring models, campaign automation, and UTM tracking. If you want to look at a more custom demo or have some needs where you want to see if this is a good fit or another tool is a good fit, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you and have a great day.